Anybody here want to buy a car? Maybe. Oh, you do? What kind of car do you want to buy?
I want to buy Mercedes at
Everybody get your driver license because I'm going to teach you how to buy that car.
You know, if you're in Vietnam and want to know about business, actually, if you're anywhere and want to know about business, you might want to check out Tom Peng. He doesn't fuck around. Yeah, Tom Peng. He's A-okay. Peace.
All right, okay, welcome to Media Step. So congratulations. This is your first day here at Media Step. Excited? Little bit?
yes.
A lot! I know! So hi, my name is Tom Peng. I'm the CEO of this company. So why? Why do you want to get into sales? Why are you in the sales profession? Does anybody know why they're in the sales profession?
Make lots of money.
Make lots of money! That's right! Right? Like what other job allows you to make a lot of money? Can you make a lot of money with being an accountant? Nah.
How?
Can you make a lot of money being a marketer?
You
Maybe a
think
content
that-
writer? Maybe a translator? Can you make a lot of money with that? No. Yeah, no. Okay. Can you make a lot of money being assistant? No. Right? So why sales you can make a lot of money? Hi Sal, she's thinking. You're like, let me think.
Because we have commission.
That's right. Because it's based on how hard you work and how smart you work. You decide how much money you want to make. And that should be a primary reason why you're in sales. If you're in sales for any other reason, you're gonna fail, right? Because if you're in sales because, well, I don't know what job I can do, you're gonna suck. You're in sales because you're focused, you want to make a lot of income for yourself, for your family, for your future. So, but how much money is enough? I don't know. I never thought about it. How much is enough? Anybody? No idea? Like you don't have any, like you don't want to buy a car, a house, or get married, or like you have no plan for your life. You don't know how much money you need.
$5 million.
$5 million in how much time?
About net 10 years.
10 years. That's a pretty good goal. $5 million in 10 years. That's $500,000. $500,000 every year. That's about 10T a year. That's about 800 million a month. It's possible. It can be done. 200 million a week. Okay? It's totally possible. Anybody here want to buy a car? Maybe. Oh, you do? What kind of car do you want to buy?
I want to buy Mercedes at
How about let's set one step at a time. Do you even have a driver license? You have?
Bằng lái xe.
You don't have?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta get a driver license first. Sometimes I ask my employees like, do you have a driver license? And this is what they say to me. They say, well, I can never afford a car, so what's the point? Why get a driver license? But they're right. They're right because they have already decided that they can never afford a car. Whatever believes becomes true. So if they think they can never afford a car, they're right. They will never afford a car. Why don't we change the thinking a little bit? Once you believe you can, then the possibility opens up for you. Because your brain is a wonderful organ of your body. One of your wonderful organs of the body. If you think something's possible, your brain will figure out a way. Well, let's set a realistic goal for this year and maybe next. Okay, it's good to dream big, but let's do it one step at a time. First, you gotta believe and get your driver license. Right? Without a driver license, you're not getting a car. And before you buy the car, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the Mercedes dealership. I want you to sit in that car. Have you done that yet? Have you done it?
I don't.
You haven't, because you don't believe you can buy it. If you believe you can buy it, you go to the dealership, you sit in the car, and you touch the leather. You feel the steering wheel. You touch the automatic stick shift. All right? You feel what it is like. I feel like this is sit in the Mercedes, and that will motivate you to get there, to do it, to buy it. Let's not start with the S class. Let's do a C200. How much is a C200? Anybody know? Can we Google that? Put it on screen. Well, you gotta go to the Vietnamese side. Gotta go to the Vietnamese side. 1.7T around before taxes and paperwork and license plate and options. Everybody get your driver license because I'm gonna teach you how to buy that car. Who has driver license here? Okay, all right, not a lot. Okay, everybody should start like getting their driver license. We'll help you buy that car in 6 to 12 months. You like that? Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be a Mercedes. It could be a small house in District 12. It could be a small apartment. It could be your tuition fund for master degree. Maybe it's money for your family. Whatever it might be, you can apply what I teach you, set your goals, and do what I teach you, and you can get there. Now, anybody here is really shy? Anybody here is like very nervous when they see people or talk to people? Anybody like that? Actually, that's a terrible question because you will never say that because you're shy. But it's okay. Anybody like have problem talking to people? Really? You're all so good? Today I can like point to people and ask you to answer questions? Yeah? Yes, okay, all right. But if you're the kind of person that when you see people you get nervous, that actually you're in the right place. You're in the right place because there's no better way to learn how to talk to people than in sales. Because you'll force yourself into a situation where you have to talk to people. You have no choice. If you want to excel in sales, you have to talk to people. As long as you're willing to do it, you'll overcome your shyness, you'll overcome your anxiety and your nervousness. There's nothing more life-changing than a sales profession. If you're not happy with your life, whether it's your income or emotionally you're not happy with where you are, you're living at home, whatever it is, if you're not happy with the status quo, the present, there's nothing better than a sales profession to change that. It's going to challenge you in every way. But the foremost, it's going to challenge you up here. It's going to challenge your perseverance. It's going to challenge whether you're going to give up or not. It's going to challenge you whether you will persevere. When I was in my teens, I had this problem. I was extremely shy. When I see people, I get very nervous. When I see people, I start shaking. I couldn't talk. I knew I have this problem, and I know it's called social anxiety disorder. And I knew if I don't fix it, I'm gonna have a lot of problems in my life. I can't get a job. I can't start a business. I can't get a girlfriend. I'm gonna be a virgin forever. Yeah, no sex. Okay. Không có hình dung. Yeah, so I had to fix it. How did I do it? Anybody, if you were me, what would you do? Nothing. What would you do? What would you do? Oh, he stands up. I'll pee my pants.
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. What would you do?
Don't know.
Does anybody know? What would you do? Oh.
Nếu là em thì em sẽ cứ nói thôi, cứ just talk.
Just talk. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So exactly, do what you're afraid of. I was terrified of people, so I put myself into situations where I have to talk to people. I joined Toastmasters, I joined public speaking clubs. I forced myself to go on stage and talk to people. It was very, very scary. Yeah, when I go on stage, like I literally almost poop on my pants. You know, it's that scary. But you do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Eventually, it's like, oh, it's normal, it's okay. And today, I can walk into any situation and talk to any group of people. You know, I feel confident and I feel comfortable. Practice makes perfect. So if there's any fear in your life, just do more of it. Right? If you're scared of snakes, get a lot of snakes and put it over yourself. If you are afraid of spiders, just put it on your hand, play with it. If you are scared of girls, just ask them to go home with you. Okay, ask a lot. They might slap you, but cost of overcoming your fear. Any questions so far? You can probably tell this is not going to be a conventional sales training. So what I teach you today is guaranteed to work. The evidence is right over there. Whatever I teach you is guaranteed to work. It doesn't matter what industry, what business. You don't even have to work here. You might move to another company. But if you actually apply what I teach you today, then you're going to be top sales in your company, in your industry. And today you will agree with me. Everything I say, you'll say, yeah, Tom, you're right. Yeah, but the challenge is tomorrow when you get in there, can you do what we teach? Today you'll say, yeah, it's easy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can do it. But tomorrow when you go in there, you will do opposite of everything I say. And then you wonder why you fail. And when you fail, you're gonna say it's my fault. You're gonna say this company's stupid. You're gonna say this job is stupid. You might even write a lot of shit on the internet. But it doesn't change the fact that there are a lot of people that can do it. The reason is you didn't do what we teach. So I want you to pay attention to what we say to you. Notebook, write it down. Today is the most important day of your life. All right? You're gonna actually get some real sales training. Okay, I look far and wide in Vietnam, there's no good sales training. That's why I have to do it myself with the help of my assistant, translator. Yeah, my translator. Her name is I. She translate good? Yeah. Good, yeah, good, right? Camera, look at her face, all right? Okay, Miss I, everybody. Also, Miss Fung here. She's gonna control the screen. That's her full-time job, to control the screen. So let's give her a... Okay. How do I know? How do I know this is guaranteed to work? Okay, I've been in sales for the last 30 years, and I've sold everything from pizza to natural gas to software, e-commerce. So when I was a little kid, 13 years old, and my parents bought me a 4K computer. It has 4K of memory. It was shit, but I fell in love with it because I could write a little computer program and make it do things. So when I was 17, I started writing computer software and sending it to software publishing houses. And you know what they do? They send me a $200 check in the mail. That was a long time ago. There was no internet yet. So everything was by the mail. I sent them the program on a disk. They sent me a check. I was so proud of myself. For a 17-year-old, it's an accomplishment. But later on, I find out they actually sold the software for $2 million. Why? Why they can sell it for $2 million? Tại sao?
Nghĩ là tại vì công ty đó có danh tiếng, có uy tín hơn, cho nên là dễ sell cái giá trị tốt hơn.
Yes, because they can sell. They know who the customer is. They know how to talk to the customer. They know how to explain the value of the product to the customer. And the difference is $200 and $2 million. You can actually still Google, if you Google, you can find it on the internet. The software that I wrote when I was 17 is still there somewhere. But I learned a valuable lesson there. If I'm gonna make an obscene amount of money, I gotta get into sales. So I decided I'm going to get a sales job. I will only get sales job. When I went to University of Toronto in Canada, after studying first year, in the summer, I took a summer job. I wanted a sales job. I was a 19-year-old with a lot of hair and I looked like this, I had big glasses. Nobody would hire me. So I ended up working for this pizza restaurant. So they give me a backpack. They put like 10 pizza in my backpack. And then I have to go into a neighborhood and knock on doors.
Và gõ cửa ở đó.
Door opens.
Và khi cửa mở ra,
I take the pizza out.
tôi lấy cái pizza ra.
I let them smell a little bit. I let them smell the pizza a little bit. Would you like to buy some pizza?
No.
Well, a lot of people said that. But my first day working, I worked from morning to night. You know how many pizza I sold?
0.
How you know? Who said 0? Yeah, I sold zero. Nobody bought any pizza. And you have to understand, in Toronto, in the summer, it's very hot. It's hotter than Vietnam. It's like 40 degrees, humid. And then I was like sweating like everywhere, okay? And I went back to the office. Office meaning the restaurant.
Yes.
And then I noticed that half the people already quit. So there were about like 20 people that joined with me. Half of them already say, fuck this shit, this is a fucking stupid job, I quit. Như vãi, bỏ. Right? And then, but I wasn't gonna give up. Because I can see that there are salespeople that can sell pizza. They can sell a lot of it. I can see they can sell 30, 40 pizzas a day. So I think if they can do it, I can do it. All right, so I second day I went back. I work harder, I knock on more doors. Yeah, I tried the pizza. It's so good. Now, how many I sell on the second day? Zero! Why you know?
Tại vì làm cùng một cách không thể có kết quả.
Yeah, true.
Đúng.
Right? So I sold zero. And when I went back to the restaurant, 18 people already quit. 2 new people left. But the other guy was saying, Tom, this job is stupid. I'm gonna quit. Okay? But I wasn't gonna give up because I can see there are people that can sell. So I went to my manager. I said, tomorrow I will not sell any more pizza. Tomorrow I wanna follow that guy. I just wanna follow him and see how he does it. So that's what I did. And that third day, I got my biggest lesson in sales. To this day, that is the most important sales lesson in my life. You know what happened? So I follow this guy. He carries a backpack. He knocks on the door opens. What kind of people stay at home during the day?
Ai ạ?
Nơi chợ.
Housewife, yes.
Trẻ con.
Well, they go to school. Unless the very little ones, they're not gonna buy pizza. Who else opened the door?
Elderly people.
Elderly. So grandma, grandpa, housewives, right? And they open the door. The salesperson start talking. They didn't talk about pizza. They talk about the weather. They talk about the garden that they have. They talk about everything. Sometimes they talk about the government. Everybody loves to complain about the government. It doesn't matter what country you're in. And then after 5-10 minutes of talking, then pizza come out and they pay. Why? Tại sao?
Tại vì anh ta đã nắm bắt được tâm lý của cái người đó và tạo cho người đó cái tâm lý là cởi mở hơn để chấp nhận mua hàng.
What do the grandma, grandpa, housewife, when they stay at home, what do they want?
Có nói chuyện cho chuyện.
Yes.
Chính xác.
They just want somebody to they're bored. They're bored. They need a little bit of social interaction. They want to talk to people. There was no internet back then. So they watch TV all day. So they crave a little bit of attention from people. And some pizza guy comes to the door and talk to them about the weather, about the garden, right? And they feel satisfied. So when the pizza come out, they pay for it. Not because they want the pizza, right? They're not hungry. They buy the pizza, they put in the fridge, they never eat it. But they buy the pizza like a tip. It's like giving the salesperson a tip for the conversation. They're not friends. The salesperson is not pretending to be their friend. But the real demand there is that the customer wants social interaction. They want people to talk to them. Everybody understand what I say?
Yes.
Really?
Thật không?
Okay. So, write this down. Customers buy not what you sell. All right, customer buy not what you sell. Let me give you another example. There was a grandma in Vietnam. She goes to the traditional store. She want to buy some apples. So she go to the fruit stand. Go to vendor number 1. And, do you have some apples? And the first vendor says, yes, I have some apples. I have some sweet, juicy, big apples. And grandma says, okay, no thank you, bye. And grandma walk to the second vendor. Grandma asks, do you have some apples? You see, the second vendor is smarter. So the second vendor asks a question. Grandma,
Bà ơi,
what kind of apples do you want?
bà muốn mua táo gì?
And grandma says,
Rồi bà mới nói,
I want some sour apples. All right, and the vendor number 2 says, okay, I have some sour apples right here. Grandma says, give me a kilogram. Okay, so grandma bought a kilogram of sour apples.
Rồi bà mới mua 1 ký táo chua.
And grandma's on the way home. And then the third vendor saw grandma and calls out to grandma, hey, grandma, you want to buy some fruit? And grandma walk over.
Rồi bà mới đi đến gặp.
Do you have some apples? And the third vendor also smart.
Và cái người bán trái cây thứ ba này cũng rất thông minh.
So the third vendor asked, what kind of apples do you want?
Bà muốn mua táo gì?
Grandma says, I want some sour apples. But the third vendor asked another question. The third vendor asked, everybody wants sweet apples. Why do you want sour apples? And then grandma says,
Rồi bà mới nói,
oh, these apples are not for me. You see, my daughter is pregnant. Okay, you know how pregnant women like sour stuff. And then the third vendor says, oh, I see. You know, grandma,
bà biết không?
you should also buy some oranges because oranges have vitamin C and amino acid and folic acid. It's good for pregnant women. You know Miss Tao down that street and Miss Nee over there. When they are pregnant, they buy fruit from me. And look at their babies now. Their babies are so cute and fat. And grandma says, okay, give me 1 kilo apples and 1 kilo oranges. And the third vendor says, next time you want to buy fruit, here's my business card.
Đây là cái danh thiếp của con.
Just call me. I will deliver it to you. Okay?
Được chưa?
So, what did you learn from that story?
Chia sẻ để tìm ra mối quan tâm của khách hàng, đáp ứng điều đó và biến khách hàng trở thành khách hàng tiềm năng của mình.
What does the customer want? Anybody? What does the customer really want? Is it apples? What? The grandma wants healthy daughter, healthy grandchild. Apple's just the way to get there. So, people buy not what you sell. You're selling apples, but what they want is healthy daughter and healthy grandchild. If you truly understand the customer's underlying desire and need, you sell more. Everybody understand me? Yes?
Yes.
Good.
Được.
Otherwise, I have to kill you all. It's like this. When you go to the store and you buy a drill, right? The drill. It's not because you love the drill. You don't buy the drill and like, I love your drill. You buy the drill because you want to punch a hole in the wall. Make sense? You want to buy a Mercedes. Why?
Tại sao?
You can buy a Kia Morning. Right? You can buy a Kia Morning. It's the same. Why a Mercedes? What does the customer want? Yeah, it's a symbol. Like, I'm successful, okay? I'm successful. Right? That's what it is. I'm successful. Right? That's why you're buying. To show people that you're successful. So when you are selling a Mercedes in a dealership, it's not about the engine or the tire. It's also about status. Make sense? Do you understand? I hope so. Hey on. Okay.
Hy vọng.
Okay, hey on, you understand, okay. So, if you want to make, let's say 5 million, 10 million, or even like 15 million dong a month in my company, I strongly recommend that you exit this training right now. Because if you make 5 million dong, 10 million dong, 15 million dong, I lose money on you. If you're here just to make base salary, I lose money on you. So what I want is I want you to set a goal. Maybe it's a C200. Maybe it's a small house, right? Maybe it's wedding with your girlfriend. Maybe it's the money for the baby that's coming out very soon. I don't know what it is, but I want you to think bigger. I want you to have bigger goals. I want you to make life-changing money. How you live on 10 million dong a month, I don't understand. Like when I go into Agucho and come out, that's 8 million dong. So I don't know how you live on that. So I want you to make life-changing amount of money. I want you to change your life with this job. And in the afternoon, I will give you a plan on how to make that happen. You like? Okay. So how am I so sure that this training will guarantee success? Well, after university, I went back to Vancouver, Canada. I started my own software company because I know my software can sell for $2 million, okay? And for the next 10 years, my office was very small. It was about the size of like this. That's it. That's the entire company, all right? And I hired no more than 5 people at any time because I did not know how to scale a company yet. So my companies were still small. But the thing is, I made a very important decision early in my career. I only do big deals because I know my software can sell for $2 million. So I said to myself, it's under $500,000, I don't want to do it. I will only consider deals that are $500,000 or higher. So if somebody come to me and say, hey Tom, I have $5,000, can you build me software? I say, no, I cannot, but I can refer you to someone else. Basically taking away a lot of contracts from my competitors, which are IBM, HP, Dell. So IBM, HP, and Dell, they have like 1,000 people enterprise division in Vancouver, Canada. They have the whole buildings of people. But I was taking contracts away from them. You know why? Because I understand that people buy now what you sell. The difference is, when I go see a customer, I try to understand what their problem is. I talk to the employees of that company. I try to understand the problem they're trying to solve. Once I understand, then I go to the management and I tell them, you should do it like this, it will save you money. You should do it like that, then it'll increase your productivity. And they see that I understand their problem. And they know I can give them the right solution. And this is what they tell me. We are a big company. And sometimes you're government. We're government. We cannot just give you the contract. We have to go through a tender bidding process. Meaning that they have to go find 5 companies, get prices, get quotations. And they say this to me, but don't worry, you got it. Okay? So let me tell you the secret. All the government tendering, big company tendering projects, before they start the tender, they already decided who's gonna get it. That's true anywhere in the world, all right? And why I can take away their big projects? Because when the IBM guy goes to see the customer, right? This is what the IBM guy does. I'm IBM, okay? I'm IBM. Like I'm big, I'm so big, I'm IBM. The IBM guy doesn't understand their problem. Before the IBM guy talk about their problem, the IBM guy says, my fee is $500 an hour. They make the biggest mistake in consulting. They talk about price before they actually offer a solution. So the IBM, HP, Dell guys, they think, who the fuck is Tom? Why is he taking away all of my projects? Okay, everybody understand? Okay, so my second lesson in sales is go after big deals. Okay, small deals, small commission. Big deals, big commission, right? If you want C200 in the next 6 to 12 months, you gotta go after big deals. Any questions? Makes sense, right? Okay. So, the sales training comes from my 30 years of experience selling in Canada, Singapore, and Vietnam. It's not just my experience. I also incorporate material from 2 of the best sales trainers in the world. Okay, both are super successful. The first one is Grant Cardone. That's this guy right here. So he writes a lot of books about sales. He himself has a very successful business. You can buy his books in Phahasa bookstore and translate to Vietnamese. Right? So the most famous one being the 10X rule. The other person is Jordan Belfort. And he also writes a lot of books. Right? You can buy his books in Phahasa and other Vietnamese bookstores. And the most famous one being The Wolf of Wall Street, which they actually made into a movie. Because this guy has a very colorful life. He was one of the best salesperson on the planet. And he ran a very successful sales team. He made a lot of money. I highly recommend that movie. Anybody seen that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street? One person? Right? Was it a good movie too? Good movie? Yes. Very good movie. It's crazy. Because he made a lot of money and he did some really crazy stuff with that money. Unfortunately, he did something bad, illegal. So he went to jail, okay? But after he came out of prison, he decided to do good. So he started writing books and started teaching people how to do sales. These 2 people, Grant Cardone and Jordan Belfort, they're the top sales trainers in the world today. If you want them to teach you sales, well, first off, it's impossible because they only teach Fortune 500 companies. And they charge from $500,000 up. But lucky you, I'm gonna teach you that today. Okay, both of them teach you this 8-step process. If you do step 1, 2, 3 to 8, you'll be top sales. You'll make tons of money. But I cannot teach you 8 steps because I can't believe that you will remember 8 steps. Most people here cannot even count to 8. So if I want this group to be successful, I have to simplify this. I only give you 4 steps. You just have to do step 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll be top sales in your company, in your industry. You want to learn? Nah, you don't want to learn. You want to learn?
Yes.
Online, you want to learn? Somebody want to learn? Yeah, that is the future top sales.